Also, by the way, I think if you should play with the other facet. That facet is
Yeah,
100% like better than this one. Like one of the reason you might be
yeah,
losing these games is because this is dispellable. So let's say you press your spells on, let's say Ursa, for example. In this game, you press your spells on Ursa, right? And
yeah,
gets out of stun, and then he presses his
right,
ulti. It's gonna dispel all the damage you're gonna do him in the next two ticks. Okay,
right.
so like over time damage, it can be dispelled next like three duration, right? So it's gonna hit him once, the first tick, and the second 2 seconds he can dispel it.
Yeah,
So it's not gonna be worth it. And I think you should start playing
yeah,
with that. It's like
yeah. This facet screws you in lane too
yeah, I
because you
was
can't
about to
last
say
hit with
yeah,
your two.
yeah.
Yeah, but I know I always set myself up for a challenge. It's probably a bad idea. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, these small things actually genuinely matter. You might lose a lane which you weren't supposed to lose a lane because you got your range creep denied couple of times because of this facet. So and
Yeah.
okay, let's start your okay. Look at your let's look at your item build. Like when you're playing mid lane, you want to get your bottom rune before 2 minutes, right? So you want to have like some gold left, but you also want to buy a full stat. So usually you don't have to buy this mantle of intelligence. You can just buy your Tengus and the rest of the
Mhm.
items are fine. So you have some gold left saved, like you have like 300, 250 or 300 gold left right now, and then you
Mhm.
can buy a bottle. So it's after that bottle you can buy the null or the wand. So you have to save it. Okay, it's fine. Also, this is a very big mistake you do it. You hit him from the lower ground, right? Now they know you have a ward because they
Oh, yeah.
like because you shouldn't have the
Yes.
high ground win, right? So unless you have a ward. So now you gave them the position that I know your ward is.
Oh, I remember this. This is where the guy doesn't show in lane for like two waves. Really noob mid.
So like again, you're preferring to buy null, which is not okay. We want to buy get bottle and then buy the null. So laning is all about knowing how to abuse aggro in your favor. Okay, so when you let's assume you the aggro these three creeps to the range creep and you deny it, isn't it better? Because then you can control the wave here. No,
Yeah.
and then he has the lower ground and you have the high ground. Isn't that better? So
Yes.
always aggro the creeps to your range creep, make it die, so you get a deny, and you can abuse this fact because let's say there's a DK standing here, and you
Mhm.
aggro the creeps to the range creep. The DK will have to come close to the range creep to take it, right? So you can harass him. You can make him like come. You can bait him and you can
Right.
harass him. You can press spells on him and you can right click him. You are making him out of position to get the creeps, right? So you have to abuse this a lot at mid lane especially. That's like one of the main like things you have to do. Always aggro the creeps to the run creep, and then when the enemy comes close to it, you can press the uh,
Mhm.
spells on him, right, constantly right click him. Then he has to
Yeah.
then he has to like use a spell to take it, right, to secure it. And you have a Lina,
Right.
you can do the same thing with the enemy range creep, right? When if enemies aggro the creeps to his range creep, you have the spell. Most of the games, the enemy is
Mhm.
gonna have the spell for your range creep too. In that case, let's say these three creeps are hitting this your range creep, and DK wants to press his Q spell on him on the range creep. What you can do is at the last moment you can aggro these three creeps away. Like let's say it is like at
Yeah.
200 HP and he's about to press Q because it's getting low. You can actually aggro those three creeps away at the last moment and his
So they
Q,
stop hitting it.
yeah, stop hitting when he's queued. He will hit the Q and it will be like on 1 HP because he pressed the Q on the range creep and then you can deny it. Like these two things you have to abuse it a lot in the laning. See, right now you don't have bottle. The water runs there. You get the
Right.
why you need the bottle first. Like you could have killed him even without the null. Null wasn't the thing which made him die, right? So, but now imagine if you had bottle, you could
Yeah.
have gotten to the here, taken this bottle and taken this runes, and like you would be
Right.
full. So that's why you always want to get the bottle. Also, like I would get the like in this case, like he's not really a spammer, like spammer of the spells, right? He's not a storm spirit or co-op and SF. I would rather get my bolt so I can chase him down and then my by mistake, like because he's not spamming a lot of spell, right? He's an invoker, right?
I honestly probably just got it off of the stupid Dota plus assist. Sometimes if I'm just like focused on other stuff, I'll just buy like the small items it recommends without like thinking about it too much. But I guess I'll just stop doing that
Buy your ward always like earlier, so you can place it
before six.
placement
Yeah.
before the Viantang and like so you know which direction to go.
Yeah, I think I was pretty bad this game. I usually do all this stuff. I think I got lazy. That's probably why I lost.
At this stage, what you have to do is push the wave and form these two creeps together, form these two camps together, uh, push this wave constantly and form these two camps. Like this is your how to you have the skill, and when you get to the 8 minutes rune, if you see a good rune, let's say you get the invis rune or a haste rune or some rune, and that allows you to gank the enemy, then sure. But right now, you just want to push this wave and go and kill these two camps. And then you have runes
Okay.
spoil. You have probably have two runes sitting here because of the 4 min bounty rune and the 8 min bounty rune. So you can have enough sustain because of these two runes. You can push this wave, come back, kill this camp, kill this camp, kill this camp, and just scale or scale. And when you get your
Right.
travels or you get the power rune, which allows you to hit, you go and gank. Otherwise, you don't have to do anything else right now. I wouldn't stand here with my Drissachi to be honest.
Oh yeah, that was such a new mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think I think this is where I started getting tired. This was like my fifth game in a row.
okay.
But yeah.
Because like you could see that, right? That's why I say I wouldn't be standing here because the wave was there, Shake was level 6. Like that's what very like bad thing to do. But also, if you feel like tired, you don't have to play Dota. Honestly, like you lose so much like MMR for being like for no reason forcing yourself to play bad game. Like you have like 65 kills, right? Trust me, you could be 80, 85 right now easily, like even more.
Yeah.
Because you had a very free lane, right? You dominated your lane.
Yeah.
There was nothing to stop you. The deaths you had, first death on Night Stalker death, that was a gank you can't avoid, right? It was a Night Stalker coming to
Yeah.
you. But the second death was totally avoidable. But now you just have to push the wave and you can hit like 8, 90 creeps easily right now. Like just press it. Like why we are like being like afraid of like we afraid, just press the wave and then you can farm. So yes, good kill. Uh,
No, but it's the same thing.
same
It's like
thing,
the same death
thing,
3 times.
thanks.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I would like to. This is for all of your future games. It is very risky to stand in mid lane. Like this play, whatever play you got the kill, but again, it's a very risk. The standing at the mid lane is gonna be always very risky. If you want to make a play, I would rather make a play on silent instead of the standing on the mid lane because when you stand on the mid lane, you lose the win on the high ground, right? If you stand here, you're gonna lose the win on the other side of the things, right? And
Yeah.
also, there's a mid one tower is standing, right? They're gonna
Mm.
always gank. Let's say if you try to wait for the if you go smoke and make a play here, it's very hard for them to connect to the sky, right? If you smoke and find a play
Right.
here, so it's much easier to do that in the silence rather than the midland. Unless you have daggers on your team, which you can burst and get out, which you don't, it's always gonna be better to gank the silence instead of ganking the mid lane guy.
Generation.
This is very risky again. We don't have to do this. This is very risky. Yeah. It's fine. Just hit creeps like don't have to force it. There's nothing to do, right? There's no tower to take. All the objectives are gone, right? The other objective right now is the Rosh and then the Tormentor, right? That's mostly on your BB, right? Because he's your carry, right? He's your carry or NP is your carry. Like one of them is your carry, right? So it's their
Yeah.
job to go Rosh and take Tormentor. You can help them, but right? There's no other objective on the map, right? You also call the auto tower. So you're your thing right now is to just
Mhm.
hit creeps and farm your eggs. So you get
Yeah.
eggs timing, and then you can start picking other heroes off on the sidelines without putting yourself in danger, right? So instead, like, just hit creeps. I want you to hit creeps. Like, do nothing,
Radiant's
just hit
middle
creeps. Flash
tower is
from your
under
eggs.
attack.
Like, you would be, it should have the eggs technically right now, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Middle tower
Because you had such a free game, right? So
in
like,
the right.
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes I feel like I help my team too much. Like or I try to, and then I just feed.
these
And then other times, I've gotten it
mm,
both ways. So a lot of times I will get called out for not coming to team fights and farming, and people like getting tilted, and then they'll throw. So then I start helping the team more, like as I play, and then I miss out on farm because like it's like and I just don't know like often like which one to choose. Like, have you
uh
have you had that where you have teammates that just start like throwing because you didn't
y-
go into a fight with them, even though the fight
yeah.
looks terrible?
I press mute and then I press mute. I was about to press this and I play like, what's the point of, let's say, what's the point of helping them if you don't have an item to help them? Let's put it this
Right.
way. You're playing anti-mage, right? Let's say I'm just giving you an example, right? Playing anti-mage and you have Fury, right? You just have Fury and your team pings
Yeah.
you 10 times to come and help. Can you actually help them with the Fury? No, you can't, right?
No.
You need
Yeah.
Manta. You just mute them, you play your own game, you get your Manta, and you carry the game. It's same like Lina right now, right? Let's say
Mhm.
they are this was a good TP, you got the kills, right? I'm just giving an example. You
Yeah.
don't have ulti, right? You got a kill here. Let's say you kill this nice sucker, right? And then the enemy team is diming you. You don't have HP, you don't have mana, you use your spell, you don't have E-Blade. What's the point in keeping it if you can help them? Is the point like no? There's no point, right? If you are farming your eggs and let's say you're playing co-op, you lost your lane, you want to recover, you want to get your blade mail and your Kaya, right? If you don't have a blade mail to help your team with, what's the point of joining those fights? There's no point. Let them talk. Just mute them, play the game. You have to have certain item to be able to help the enemy team, your team, right? If you are not in a position to help them, you TP there, you're gonna die. You're gonna feed with your team, and it's gonna literally
Yeah.
destroy the game. So if you are, if you are in this case where you can TP and get the kill, which you did, sure you go. But if you're in a position where you can't help them, don't go. Just farm, push the wave. Like they are here, you push this wave. You create the pressure, right? So if they are
Mhm.
here, you play on the other side of the map, right? You mirror them, you push this wave
Right.
here, so they come and defend this, so they can take your tower easily, right? So you don't have to you don't have to be like there to be useful. You can be on the other side of the map pushing the waves, which is like much more helpful for them, right? Because someone has to defend it, and someone TP here, you can might be able to kill them, or when they TP here, you can TP back because it's like now 5 versus 4 here because you made someone guy TP here, right? So
Mhm.
you don't have to sit here, hit this camp. You can push this wave on the other side of when your team is like taking a fight.
Right.
Make this goal for you. Whenever you're playing Lina, right? And you have a good lane, make yourself to have like 12k net, 11k, 12k. Push yourself always. Like 10k is 100% must. Like you always should have it. Like if you don't have 10k, you are doing something wrong. Then push yourself for 11k and then 12k. Like 12k is easily doable if you have like 6 kills and you don't feed
Right.
those 3 deaths you had. You can easily hit 12k, and then you're gonna notice you're gonna feel much better because you're gonna have hard or your shard and your eggs with that goal, right? If you put like 12k network, you have your shard and your
Yeah.
eggs, right? And then it's like free kills all over the map, right? Someone comes here, you go with your eggs, you kill them. After that, this you have to we have to start talking about objective on the map right now, right? Because the outer
Mm,
tower is gone. Now your objective there are two objectives on the map always. There's Rishan and there's Tormentor. And you have good heroes to take both of them, right? So what you can do right
yes.
now, ask your teammate to move and take this commander together because of the BB, right? Making calls in Dota is very helpful. You have to communicate with your team what you do because these players don't know anything better, right? You want to get out of this MMO, right? So you have to start making calls. You have to tell them what to do. In most of the cases, people listen. Take Tormentor, go smoke, get a pick off on either like Invoker, Night Stalker, Shaker, When you kill two heroes, then you can walk into Roshan. So in the end, all the things
Okay.
revolve around taking Roshan, right? Because if you have Roshan, can go take this tower, and then the second tower, and then this third tower, and then you choke the map, and then you wait for the second one, you get the banner, and then you go to high ground with the Roshan banner, right? The thing is, you need second Roshan to go high ground basically in the Dota right now because you need banner, right, to go high ground, Roshan banner. But generally, the idea is like you need to get to the banner to go high ground, right? So to get to the
Yeah.
banner, you need to take the first Roshan first, right? So you have to take this Roshan first now. So take the mentor. Right now, you're in a strong position to kill anybody, right? You can burst literally anybody. You take the mentor, you ask your teammate to smoke with you, you get couple of kills, you go to the Roshan. This is the next thing you have to look for yourself right now. So you got kills, right? Now
Yeah. It's harm.
it's time for the objective, right? Yeah, so you take this reminder and then you can't really walk into rush because it's gonna be late. But the thing is, they did press the echo, they did press the nice circle theory. So you are still in a position to take this Rishon after this reminder, right? It's gone for like 100 seconds, right? So you go here, you take this reminder in like 10 seconds, and then you instantly move into Rishon because this is the perfect opportunity for you to take a rush, right? Because daytime, right? And Nice doesn't have his ulti. Sheka uses Echo. So you can take this decision easily. So when you win fights like this, if you don't turn these into objectives, then basically you did nothing on the map, right?
Yeah. I don't think I thought really about the Night Stalker or his timeless enough.
So you got the skill and I- like this skill is not gonna like, it's not important kill at all. Because you lost the tormentor to it, right? Like instead of you guys getting the tormentor,
Right.
they are getting the tormentor, even though you're getting all the
Right.
kills, but they are doing the objective play. So
Yeah.
these skills barely do anything. They're useless if you don't turn these skills into something on the map. So like this is very important. Like if you don't turn these kills into objective, then those kills mean nothing, right? Like they don't win, kills don't win the game. Roshan does. Taking towers does, having a Roshan banner and then allowing yourself to go high ground does, killing creeps and then going back to hit, killing heroes and then going back to hit into your camps, don't win with Dota. So like this is very important. Now it's like nighttime, you don't have a BKB, they are about to go to Roshan and you can't do anything up to stop them, right? So like you were in a position to win
Yeah.
this game comfortably, but you guys just didn't move ahead into the game. You didn't progress into the game.
Scanning for enemies.
So like even right now, you're doing nothing, right?
Dire is scanning for
Radiant
enemies. Are
like
scanning for
if
enemies.
this is a very optimistic smoke to be honest because nighttime, right? It's very hard to smoke in
Uh-huh.
nighttime because if you
They
you can
see you before you
yeah
see them.
so like the play was like when you had the opportunity to take Roshan, then take it and then you know what like the play right now is to place a ward here. You don't have any VN right now, right? Other than Invoker. But going into the mid lane like this is going to be very, very bad. Like majority of times it's not okay to go to mid lane and gank them. So like the play right now is to ask your support to have some win here or some win here, so you can pick off one hero on the side lane and then proceed it. But they're taking Roshan, so you have to make this risky move, which is like kinda negative for you guys, right? Because they have nice talker, right? Like this
I
is
think I
the
ulted
reason,
his
yeah.
BKB.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
BKB
I mean,
here.
oh yeah. I mean, I know I played bad this game.
Yeah,
Actually, that's why I sent it to you.
yeah. This is a bigger what you say like this is un this was totally avoidable in my opinion. So like you don't like, you were in the position to win this game, but by not taking Krishan on time, by not getting a BKB, they're gonna take Krishan and then they're gonna like walk down
I
the
think this game's like over
yeah.
already. I think this is like pretty
Thunder
much the
attack.
end.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you see that you had opportunities to win this game, right? But you
Yeah, I do remember. I remember being very confused about how the game changed so quickly, and I think that's not something I noticed. Is that I should have, but it's
mhm.
tricky though. They don't always follow you, your team.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really hard.
I mean,